Greenwich Village, the neighborhood.
Of course.
All over my
NYU.
entire desk at law school in the dorm.
36
So it was
square
after
foot
law
city,
school
basically.
that I started practicing corporate law in New York. And I was at the MetLife building. I was doing mergers and acquisitions, securities, real exciting stuff. And I needed that creative outlet. And I would come home at night and I would need to do something. And it was drawing, it was painting, and it was also sculpting. And it was during that period when I was working full days at the law firm and full nights on creative projects that I thought, okay, can I really take this into a different level? Can I create large-scale forms out of this toy we all love so much? And that's when I really pursued doing pieces that were just big, pretty much. Just really just, you know, I was on eBay buying as much brick as I could and really trying to explore what could be done. And that's when I set up brickartist.com, which was exciting for me because I started hearing from folks out there, right? We all started connecting, and then I started getting commissions, and that was a whole new world because I was getting contacted by people from all over the planet who said, can you build me X? Can you build me Y? And that was a real turning point because what was happening was I was practicing law all day, but my nights were actually fulfilling these commission requests.
Wow.
And they were getting longer and longer nights, you know, 4 hours a night, 6 hours a night. Okay, all night we need to work. Figure it out then. And it was, of course, when my website crashed from too many hits, that it was really time to make a change. As Marianne can attest, went to Legoland and worked there, learned some tricks of the trade, if you will, and left the park to really go open up my own studio in New York City and explore creating just with Lego bricks, full-time, can I make a living? It was a weird transition, you know, leaving the practice of law, which was a very secure lifestyle where I was, you know, had a paycheck every 2 weeks. I had health insurance. Going to, you know, over that time period, over that course of that year, to where I was going to have to pay rent using just my income from what I was building with my art, was really exciting, scary at times, didn't know if I'd be able to pay rent all the time, and it went project to project. But fortunately, it was in 2006, I was asked by the Lancaster Museum of Art if I would do a solo exhibition. And I think I focused on that as, you know, this is it. I'm going to do a solo art exhibition, and this will be probably the last art exhibition I ever do, but I'll do one, and it'll be fun, and that'll be it. And that was going to be the culmination of my career. And so I really focused on 6 months of just creating art for this exhibition. And so what happened was that exhibition did rather well. I mean, we got a lot of people there that had never been to an art museum before. And it really opened my eyes into how powerful this brick is, because so many kids and families who had never even considered entering into a contemporary art museum were there to see this work. They're drawn because of this toy, this medium. And that was really special. And what was really special about it was I was getting email and letters from kids who were there, and I would talk to them about, like, what was your favorite piece? And they would say, oh, the Big Blue Bird. Now, I didn't build the Big Blue Bird. It was done by another artist. It wasn't even out of Lego. But it was amazing.
Oh, how funny.
Because these kids were drawn to it, right? They were into the art, and they would have never come had it not been for the Lego. And so that was pretty special, and I realized, wow, there is something to this. And fortunately, we you know, had this exhibition and started to tour it. And now we're up to multiple exhibitions that are touring all over the globe. last year alone, I got to visit every continent except for South America and Antarctica. But we had an exhibition everywhere else. And,
Oh,
and that is an
the Penguin Museum.
overwhelming, surreal experience to meet folks. I was in Africa and I got to meet folks who had never touched a brick before. They had no idea what
Yeah.
it was. And yet they were so drawn to it because it's so universal. They knew immediately, okay, these snap together. I like this. All right, I need some more. And it was an amazing experience. So
More
it has
bricks.
been very special. And I really think, I'm humbled by all you showing up today because I know you guys love this toy just as much as I do, and it's been very exciting to keep this journey going. So part of what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about some of these pieces, and I think one of the main questions I get is, where do you get your inspiration? Where do the ideas come from? And it is a tough question to answer because there's no one place, right? I think travel is important. I get to visit a lot of folks, experience a lot of different cultures, meet a lot of people. So I do use that as something I can draw on. But sometimes it'll just be, I'll be somewhere, I'll think of something, and you just jot it down. I remember there's a piece that I just jotted down at a napkin in a bar. And that, was something the next day I just started working on for the next week and a half. Sometimes it's drawn off of pieces of, maybe there's some art history I look at, and that inspires me. Sometimes it's as simple as, using my muse, which is my wife back here,
Hi, wife.
Courtney.
Courtney.
She's in some of these images you see around the room, and she's been a big inspiration as well. So